gentlemen, welcome back to NGS. Tonight, we've got Divine 9 versus Kentucky Murloc Chicken, and with me, as you can see in full video to my right, is Styxa. Styxa, how you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going, Ghost Dunk? I'm just getting off a cast of my own, and I'm ready to do the doubleheader. I'm happy that I fixed my issues on my end, and I'm happy that you picked up the game that I ended up dropping, so I'm glad to come in and actually get to cast this game, because I was excited to see it.
Yeah, beautiful. Speaking of doubleheader, you just got to do a nice little Cho'Gall game there, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that was something else, to be honest. It was really quite interesting. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
watch the VODs.
Yeah, speaking of quite interesting, I also just got done presiding over a Gazlo win, and a dominant one at that, so another VOD to check out in the past. But we are going to have these two teams go up against each other in B West, which is my division, so I hope to play these teams later on. I'm very excited to see how these guys perform. We are going to go to Infernal Shrines first, and this is the pick from Divine 9 here. Anything you know about these teams and the map?
So, Kentucky Murloc Chicken is a remastered team, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But Divine 9 was a team from last season. I don't know if their roster is the same. However, I was informed that this is actually their first match this season, as they did have a bye week last week.
Oh, wow.
So, Jason giving me that sweet inside information.
Yeah, Jason, of course, being on Divine 9 and one of our fellow casters here in NGS, as well as, I believe, staff.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to see if the teams are ready, and when we are, we're going to jump right into Infernal Shrines. I'm very interested to see if the meta has been remaining the same here. Okay, cool. We do have a ready, and we're going to go right into Infernal Shrines as soon as the game loads. Thank you!
So, talking about meta, I'd really be looking to, like, wave clear. You know, the shrine monkeys are always a big thing to deal with on this map, right? So,
yeah.
You really just kind of want to deal with those. Gul'dan does a really good job with that. Jaina does a good job. Kael'thas, mages, just in general, do a pretty darn good job.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of Stukov for zoning. We've been seeing just, very meta picks in Diablo, Medivh, Maiev, Phoenix being very popular here as well. Phoenix, I don't know how well he does on Shrine Clear, actually. I mean, he's got his AoE auto attack, but I don't know how it compares to, say, a Gul'dan.
Not as good as Gul'dan, but if you're able to weave in the Qs every now and then and actually make contact with some of the little monkeys there, you're good, I think. He's just as good as anything else. Yeah,
Kentucky Murloc Chicken here, immediate Malfurion ban here. Not a surprise, Malfurion, one of the higher rated supports at the moment, even with his slight nerf that he just witnessed. Garrosh being hovered here for the ban. That does allow Maiev through, and I would not be surprised to see a Maiev pick immediately from Kentucky Murloc Chicken.
This does leave Maiev and Phoenix both open, so I expect to see both of these picked up, snatched up here right away. There's the Phoenix going to go out first. However, Maiev is one of the heroes that kind of eludes me personally, but is a phenomenal hero and does pretty well into Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. If you are able to get in there and just be able to interrupt a teleport, Phoenix has to be extremely patient with how they decide to do that.
Yeah, so, and also speaking stats-wise, looking at most of the league and NGS, Maiev really stands like heads above a lot of the other heroes. I would say she's probably the top win rate hero in the league at the moment. But Sonya Jaina immediately picked up, and there's the Jaina as you were talking about, along with the Sonya for that incredible shrine clear.
So Sonya going to most likely be the solo laner here. This is to be, expected. However, Phoenix is potentially their matchup. And I don't know, again, like, Phoenix is so new and has been banned out so often, I don't know how the Phoenix for Sonya lane goes.
I think Phoenix wins.
Just based off of, I think it depends on your talent tiers, right? Like, what you pick at level 1, what you, and then how you play. So we'll see how that goes, but I like the Jaina pick. I think Jaina's a phenomenal pick up here, no problem, right?
I don't know that Phoenix is actually going to solo, but Phoenix definitely can win that solo lane if he's if it's an even matchup against skills. I say Phoenix wins that because Phoenix can simply poke out Sonya and has teleport to, in case things get bad. Can just come back in with fresh shields. Doesn't even affect his health pool. It's like a little mini Murden almost.
Yeah, it is. It's like old Morales as well, right?
Yeah.
So, let's see, Diablo Stukov. Right now, if I was Divine 9, I would be absolutely terrified of the opposing team.
Yeah, this is a very scary matchup here. Stukov and Diablo very good on those shrines. APOC, no joke. Diablo able to push people around. It's very much a, I've heard call it a displacement meta at the moment.
Yeah.
Stukov, of course, with those silences can really help out. And Phoenix, just a strong damage dealer. And it looks like they don't want to play Maiev into it. And if they don't want to play Maiev, they might want to. And they're going to go ahead and ban the Medivh out too because they probably don't want both.
Yeah, I could get behind that. However, I think Diablo kind of, like, messes up Medivh, so...
Yeah.
Like, I think banning the Maiev was maybe a little bit smarter. However, you know, they might be leaning towards picking up the Maiev here. You know, you do have that selection, and we might actually see it banned out. I wouldn't be surprised, because...
Yeah.
I think Maiev does well into Phoenix and well into Stukov. Because, you know, Stukov kind of really relies on the silence.
Yeah.
And if you're sitting there channeling and somebody walks up to you and is like, nope.
Yeah.
You know, it's an issue. Really relying on the Diablo peel. So I'd like to see Maiev come out. As you said, like, some insanely high win rate right now. But, you know, you're kind of forced into, like, an actual tank and a support. You have to pick up those two in here. So you're leaving that last, like, damage dealing pick, and if you want to pick up your 3 damage right away, then yeah, I mean, go ahead.
The Uther banned out, very interesting here. So they
Divine Shields?
Yeah, they're worried about the Divine Shield, I suppose. They're trying to deny them as support because Malfurion already taken off the board, so maybe possibly going for a chokehold, but that means Alex Strauss is still available, so I don't know if that support choke is necessarily what you want. I think they may be thinking Genji, and they're maybe banning the Uther right now. Yeah,
Divine Shield on Sonya is also pretty scary, so that's something to keep in mind. Not so much for Jaina, but yeah, you know, the reason what I'm thinking about here is more behind the Divine Shield on a potential leap with Ring of Frost. So, you know, you're really just wanting to get the Sonya value, and I mean, Divine Shield is just overall good. But as you did mention, Alex Strauss gets left open, and so does Rhaegar, and that was what was just picked up.
Yeah, so they're going to go ahead and grab that Rhaegar support. ETC being picked up for the tank here. That does leave an interesting question. I actually think if they're going for some kind of choke, I think ETC is probably a better ban as far as tanks are concerned. They could go for the Johanna, but with the Johanna, that really makes their engage potential a lot lower.
I actually would prefer the Johanna here. I think ETC gets punished by Stukov really easily. The silence is an immediate interrupt on Mosh. Like, it's just no contest there. You also have Flailing Swipe, or if you're really good at landing that stiff arm, you know, you go for that. It's, again, ETC is just a phenomenal hero, right? You don't have to pick up Mosh Pit, and you're completely viable still. It's just, how is ETC going to deal with Diablo, right? You're really just looking for good stuns and stuff, but Gul'dan Gas.
God damn it! What is happening to this?
What did I do to deserve this?
Oh,
and then
the Kerrigan. I love the
Kerrigan.
Kerrigan. And
I like this Kerrigan pick.
Yeah, I do think they do have to watch out for Gasso's 13 trait, which drops a bomb every time you stun him. We saw that turn into a crazy wombo combo in the last game I just cast. But I really feel like Season 3 of NGS was a challenge to every single team because no one picked Probius, almost nobody picked Gasso, and everyone's like, well, I'm going to be the first one that's going to play these crazy heroes. It's over. It's the novelty is over, and Gasso is just now meta. Is that what you wanted? Because it happened.
Well, I think it's funny because this is Division B, and right, like Gazlo coming out here is phenomenal to me. I mean, like, wow, okay, crazy. But I mean, I know there's a couple of teams in Div D that like to play it. MHS Tigers. Yeah. We saw it come out in their very first game of the season. Well, their second game, like their first series, if you will. But like, there's one player on their team that is like a Gazlo main, and that's what they play. Like, I'm expecting Gazlo to do phenomenal this season. I would, laugh in the face of Gazlo. Yeah. Wouldn't, rather.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I just, Joe, the memes are strong here, which I'm really enjoying, actually. This is really phenomenal. So we're going to see the sensible team draft over here. I'm just kidding. On the side of Heaven, we've got Divine 9 with Jason leading them out as Jaina, Rabid Penguin on the ETC, Judge Bread on the Rhaegar, Phantoms on the Kerrigan, and Snarky Tiger playing that Sonya.
On the right-hand side, in the red, we have Kentucky Murloc Chicken. Norian going to be playing that Phoenix. Gul'dan going to be played by Brogene. Goku on that Stukov. Diablo being played by Undead752. And rounding it all up, we have Classic Koso on the meme himself, Gazlo.
Yeah, and he's going for the clown build, which is easily the most terrifying Gazlo skin at the moment. And we're going to go ahead and look at the talents. Gazlo, I think, definitely going for the Wombo build.
What are we seeing out of Gazlo? Stuns, right? Yeah. I think that's pretty standard, though, no?
It is fairly standard. It allows for faster clear, but with the extra bombs, you pull everybody into your gravel bomb Wombo combo, and it does extra damage the more people you land in that combo.
So, 4-man rotation, very standard. Again, this is just standard play on this map. Very 4-man rotate down. I want to see Diablo with Kerrigan make some plays here. Like, honestly, that's what it is. Really going in for a big combo here. Do we have it? Landing on the Phoenix. Big follow-up stun. Ton of damage from Jaina there. And Gul'dan looking for some stacks. We do have Q build. Gul'dan, rather. Not so much corruption.
Yeah, looking to keep his distance, I believe, from the Kerrigan. They already have burst, I believe, in the form of Phoenix as well as the Gazlo, so Gul'dan free to go that Q build.
Yeah, you're really going to be looking for just the poke damage now, right? So Phoenix and Gul'dan are really going to be trying to poke down the Kerrigan, because now, with the Kerrigan pick, that's a lot of extra frontline, especially with the ETC. You're really looking for them to like dive in, kind of thing. And if you're able to poke out that Kerrigan, you just get a lot of value. But Diablo dying in the mid lane there.
Yeah,
combos.
Yeah, not respecting the Kerrigan, and this is what Divine 9 wants with the Kerrigan. He gets lots of early picks, a lot of really strong rotations. With the Jaina, the ETC, and the Kerrigan, you can murder a lot of people very quickly, and they're going to go ahead and back out and leave this camp alone.
Divine 9, very aggressive rotation in. You have an idea where they are, and you have the CC to contain it.
Looking at
definitely a good play.
Looking at top, Classico has to back his out of mana and dang well out of hit points. Snarky Tiger playing this soloing very easily and just showing why Gazlo is the meme. And Gazlo loses a full wave of XP up here top, leaving Sonya free to start this camp.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Gazlo not going to do too well against Sonya. Sonya has sustain, has the wave clear, and now Kerrigan is soaking the lane against Gazlo. So, Gazlo might have a little bit of a better matchup here, unless he gets comboed.
Yep.
Already losing, what is that, a third of his overall health? So,
yeah,
not looking too hot for Gazlo.
Yeah, Gazlo's very momentum-based. Sonya beats him out of lane. He has to come back. He has no foothold in this lane because he can't get any of his turrets down. He has to wait a long time before his turret city can be online.
And this is where you're going to see Gazlo make his way into the mid lane. Set up a couple of turrets. He's got one. Start. As both teams grab their bruisers. Going to push out that top lane. I like this very proactive about how you're going to try and get some side pushing done. But potential 5v5 engage here by Diablo. Kerrigan combo coming out onto Diablo. Great silence though from Stukov. Jaina damage might be able to pick off that Diablo. Will it get it? Kerrigan or Rhaegar rather, will be able to finish it off.
Yeah, the butt bite onto Diablo finishes him off. He's not able to escape. They're pushing in, but they're getting very low. The Gazlowe bomb goes off, and these turrets are just slowly whittling away at the combined health pool. But they're going to go ahead and heal back up. The Rhaegar heals are going to have to big Kerrigan on the 3 people. Follow up with a power slide. There's the Jaina damage. 1 goes down. There's 2 going down. 3 going down, and that is a 3 for nothing for Divine 9.
Phantoms putting in so much work there. The triple combo and then just Rabid Penguin with the follow-up. Oh my god, this is what I was looking forward to. You know, just, yeah, spicy, says Classicoso. Yes, indeed. Spicy indeed. Absolutely phenomenal combo coming out from the 2 of them. Just, whew, this is looking like a good game here. Level 7s. Yep. For the side of Divine 9, and if this is what's what's gonna keep it up, man, this is this is gonna be looking good.
All right, we're gonna have the Punisher leaping over the wall. Let's see just how much damage they can do. They're gonna 4-man push on here. Sonya's gonna go up top and probably continue to fare well against that Gazlowe. Yeah, doing pretty good job up there. And meanwhile, they're pushing iron. Diablo a little bit up front. Kerrigan not really able to find anything here, but the Punisher still looking at Undead looking really low.
Yeah, you've got that Arcade Punisher, and with Diablo standing on the arcades right there in the middle, just chunking your health away, slowly but surely. You're gonna just absolutely get chunked. Really good silence though from Stuka.
Yeah, the rest
denying
of his team.
A potential retreat.
Yeah, the rest of the team using their health pools and body. Oh, we have a pause.
All right, well, undead question mark? What? Spicy. Oh god, the memes. Something to point out is actually that Jason gonna be playing the mage. Typically known as a support main, I think was, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
So Jason, if I'm not mistaken, did play quite a bit of supports. However, I did play a couple of games with him the other day, and he was playing some mages. So we're just getting some confirms here. We're gonna get going. Whee! Back up to the top lane.
All right, I guess
Classicoso looking to, deal some good old damage, but placing the turrets in the minion wave might not necessarily be the best idea because you just spin on them and heal even more, right? And that's exactly what's happening here. So much pressure onto Gazlowe, not looking too hot.
Yeah, healing is per damage dealt there, so the more damage you can do, the more targets you hit, the more healing you get. So Sonya being very good on that. Classico not really usually you see the Gazlowe their turrets into the bushes on the side there rather than in the weight of the wave, but it is good to sort of stop the wave cold sometimes.
Yeah, for sure, especially if you pick up multiple targets being hit, right?
Yeah.
Which we end up going for the slow instead of multiple targets, I believe. Yeah,
Gul'dan getting that wave clear, just demolishing that wave middle. UTC, though, setting up. They've got 10s. They're going to look to get regressive here. The ultimates come out. We do have Mosh Pit for UTC. Sonya holding her ult.
Can we have a leap?
We got a leap.
Yes! This is going to be good. This is good.
Yeah, Kerrigan combo off of a leap into a mosh pit into a Ring of Frost is
just death.
Yeah, that's
you don't even need the Ring of Frost.
Yeah, that's just absolute destruction right there. And Rhaegar to give him the cleanse. Rhaegar did indeed go cleanse, so you have you can only kill the ETC to stop the mosh pit if Rhaegar is on point there. Meanwhile, though, Phoenix level all bottom just soaking up, and they use their 10s to get a free fort.
Nice. Good heads-up play by the side of Divine 9. Yep. Just applying a little bit of extra pressure into the lane. Just getting that fort. It's a free fort.
Yeah.
Next objective is going top, so might as well get the camps here before the if they do spawn before the next objective, and that's just extra pressure onto a keep wall.
Yeah.
Right.
I have to imagine that they'll hold the camp until and it comes up now. So very good timing there by Snarky Tiger, realizing when the Immortals coming up here, they are going to go 4-man onto this Noria. Noria's looking in trouble here. Realizes it and manages to walk away into the fort. An excellent rotation there coming out from Divine Nine. Norian, being a smart Phoenix, escapes there. Meanwhile, we saw Sonya push Gazlo out of lane again and took the free time to go grab that camp.
So, one thing I think may be a mistake on the side of... Planet Cracker. Okay, so I would have liked to have seen Grav Bomb here.
Yeah, with Planet Cracker.
Yeah, I think Grav Bomb would have been a huge disengage off of the massive combo that could come out from the side of Divine Nine. So
yeah, if you get the Horrify in the right direction, that's a free Gravel Bomb if everybody walks the same way.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I would really like to see a combo come out, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to see that there.
Okay, instead we're going to get the Buzzsaw here, or I think in this skin it's the Clown Spikes? I don't know.
Yeah.
Red Panda taking a ton of damage from the Phoenix. The Gazzle Bomb comes out, zoning everybody out. The Healing Totem is down. Snarky Tiger tries to jump in there. No Wrath pop just yet. The ETC slides in. Kerrigan jumps through. The Planet Cracker only lands on 2, but the APOC is going to keep everybody in the same place. The Ring of Frost lands on the Diablo, and there's a whole bunch of ulta with almost no damage on either side.
Yeah, now Diablo looking to engage out onto the Kerrigan, however, will be interrupted by that ETC power slide. It looks like we took Crowd Surfer here at level 4.
And I only noticed because he got value out of it right there.
Right there, yeah, indeed. You do see him get a little bit of value out of it. And now looking for the big engage. This is where I would love to see the full combo potential. Big Ancestral. Mosh Pit gonna hit a ton of people, but immediately interrupted by that silence, not catching. The Stukov is huge in that. And now paying for it now without getting the objective, Diablo's going to go down and Gazlo is extremely low. But they end up walking away in a 2-for-1 and only losing the Immortal here. So not horrible for KMC, but... Yeah,
they won the team fight, but they did lose the Punisher. It is going to neutralize the push here. I don't know that they can even get a fort here.
Yeah, with the Gazlo clear, you're really getting some good boss clear value, right? So...
Yeah, I think that might be where Robo Goblin was picked up for here.
Yeah, potentially, but I think you have enough damage from like Phoenix and Gul'dan to really justify picking up something else, right? So
yeah. But they are going to go for the invade here. They do hit the 13. They're going to abuse that. Norian spots out the rest of the team, nopes the heck out into a bush, and just sort of lasers and walks away. They're going to go ahead and grab the bottom camp here. Meanwhile, you've got Gazlo pushing top. They're clearing mid. And Divine Nine really controlling the map very hard right now.
Yeah, they're just going to be trying to paint this map blue. That's all it is right now is denial. You just want to deny any push that your opponents can make. You want to force them into a lane that they don't want to be in, right?
Yeah.
You know, you grab that camp at the bottom, you have one person clearing out bottom because they don't want to lose the top fort. This will allow you to rotate up to the middle, grab the camps. That'll push the middle, that'll allow you to go up to the top lane. Grab those camps, push out top lane. You're just trying to make the team, the opposing team react to what you are doing, right? And that's where misplays will happen.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, though, that team fight in the last shrine, did we see Leap come out at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Very surprising, actually, I think so. Very good positioning on the side of Kentucky Murloc Chicken, able to avoid clumping up there and being an easy Leap target.
Well, the Ring of Frost only hit one member, right? It only hit Diablo, so you don't get as much value out of that as you would like to see, and it's hard to see with everything going off, right?
Yeah.
How well the combo lands. Unfortunately, not going to land there onto Phoenix, but the ETC power slide does. Do we have a teleport? It doesn't look like we're going to great body blocks.
Kerrigan waits for the teleport, cues in, Phoenix immediately teleports away, and Kerrigan says, no, I knew you were going to do that. Saves the combo for the teleport, misses, but still manages to pull him back just far enough for ETC to power slide and get the gank.
Yeah, ETC barely clipping that Phoenix, I think, there. It was just, like, very, very close. Could have walked away, but great body blocks there by Rabid Penguin, just being able to secure that kill. A little bit of an EXP boost, level 16, just around the corner. Looking pretty good, and now they're looking to invade.
Yeah, and I will say, good job by Phoenix there. I mean, to teleport out, I mean, there's not much you can do with the Kerrigan, but he teleported in a non-obvious direction, which forced the Kerrigan to guess where he was going.
Big big engage here from
APOC
APOC coming out.
And that's going to be a
grabbing
4 members. Diablo jumps in. The Planet Cracker follows up with the Ring of Frost. Hits, and the Ancestral is there. And Stukov is going to go down. Snarky Tiger just spinning, getting all kinds of value, healing up on everybody. Classico's going to go down. Diablo finds a stun in Estonia, but goes down himself. And Phoenix is going to go down along with that. And that is going to be a 4 for 2 in favor of Divine 9.
Oh my god. I saw that APOC go. The Ring of Frost landed on a bunch of people. That's where I wish we had Graph Bomb.
Yeah.
That choke point was amazing. But I saw Planet Cracker go off there, and I had to applaud. I love me some Planet Cracker.
Oh,
These like huge ults that are just global are so fun to watch.
Oh, that was absolutely amazing. You throw Gravel Bomb down right there, and all of a sudden it's like that you win that fight, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's APOC, Grav Bomb, you hit everybody, right? So just phenomenal APOC there. Very good engage by Diablo, but you know, level 16s. I think they had 16s by that point. So level 16 advantage, I'm going to say level 16. Advantage there for Divine 9. They just made it work for them. Yeah. And it definitely paid out. 4 for 2.
Yeah, phenomenal shot calling on the side of Divine 9. Realizing the 16 is going to be coming up soon, they immediately go ahead and get started. They leave 1 minion left on the skeletons. They go ahead and start this camper. They do have the 16 advantage here. Diablo finds the rest of the entire team. Meanwhile, Sonya's down here all by her lonesome. Split from the team. They could decide to engage, but they go instead on the Punisher here. Kerrigan sort of gives Diablo Gasso a little warning cue there, a little jump out of there, but Phantoms is going to be pushing on there. Diablo gets the Shrine push. This could be it for Diablo here. Gasso throws a bomb down to try and dissuade everybody. The APOC goes off, doesn't hit anybody, and it's used just to peel for himself.
Now, Diablo had a very good disengage there by hitting that ETC away. He got away from the entirety of the side of Divine 9 because of that fort. The fort was in the way. It's essentially making space, and he's able to escape. Now he's really relying on his opponents as you see a huge silence and a fear. Oh my god, Planet Cracker, great Ancestral though.
The Rhaegar with the shield gets the shield onto the poison damage. The Planet Cracker gets just enough time to get the Ancestral down. Beautiful play there by Judge Dredd to save the Kerrigan, but that's going to be a Diablo in exchange for an ETC, and down a level that will be in favor of Kentucky Murloc Chicken. They do get the front wall of the keep at the expense of a little bit of experience.
What a fantastic heal there by Judge Dredd. Absolutely phenomenal. I had high hopes for the Planet Cracker. It looked good. It looked really good. I thought you had that kill, guaranteed.
Yeah.
They did get the ETC off of the Planet Cracker, I think, though, no?
I don't know if it hit at the same time. I don't know that I'm able to
hit somebody, it looked
check.
cool, dealt some damage, right? No?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not able to death recap at the moment for ETC. It's not available. I was just trying to see if the tools were there. They do grab the top shaman camp up here as they're just trying to regain the map control as they are a level ahead. They are getting their way to 20, and they just want to see if do as much laning as possible here without offering a fight to Kentucky Murloc Chicken.
Yeah, like I think you just want to push safely, right? You have Jaina, you have a lot of poke.
They have different ideas.
You just have to really worry about good combos from Kerrigan, potentially a mosh pit coming out from ETC. Great silence, though, from Stukov. Out comes the Apocalypse. Going to land on that cow, but the great leap from Sonya in there. The Planet Cracker to secure the kill. The 3-man Ring of Frost as well. Double tanks are down. The fort is picked up. And now Phoenix looking to pick up that Sonya. Does indeed grab that double kill. Big Horfire onto Jaina, though. Jaina, great ice block, but it's not going to save him. Jason will fall. 3 for 1 trade. Beautiful Planet Cracker. I just love this heroic. What a great pick.
Oh yeah, that just feels good. Even if any other ability would have killed ETC right there, the Planet Cracker sends the Ragdoll flying. Make sure to zone everybody off for any kind of follow-up damage onto him. The Ancestral, I don't know if it was available. It's up now. I actually didn't see the cooldown. Unfortunately, the heroics are bugged at the moment. So a big fight there for Kentucky Murloc Chicken. Being smart, finding a fight under their own fort. The fort didn't really come into play because it was firing on the shaman camp, which is why I thought they were ahead, but I think that was a very calculated fight to take from Kentucky Murloc Chicken, probably one that Divine Nine wanted to avoid.
I would say they definitely wanted to avoid a fight there. They just wanted to play safe, and that's what I was saying. You have the poke damage of Jaina, you're really relying on that. That's all of your poke, right? Other than that, you are super hard engaged, right? You've got 4 melee heroes on your team into a Gul'dan. You do not want to be grouping up, right?
Yeah.
So you just want to play it safe. I think you rotate between the lanes, grab some EXP here and there, get to 20. You had, what, a full level lead at that point? And now you only have half a level lead, and soon to be 20, but your opponents are now wailing away onto your structures and have the objective advantage.
Yeah, they've got Gazlo set up onto the advantage, which I think is a lot more of an advantage than you might think. More different than any other kind of composition here, in that Gazlo actually has to set up to be effective. But they're going to walk in down these turrets. They don't really seem to hurt a whole lot right now, and in fact, they're just dead.
Yeah, turrets do fall. Not a very turret-eccentric build here. A lot of E's. A lot of E talents out of Gazlo. And it's not looking too hot. They kind of just gave up.
Yeah, they walk off.
They do have money.
Yeah, they were wanting to step out. They can get in lane here. They can get trickle. They're so very close to getting the next level. And finally, the skeletons are equalized. They do get 20, and I can assume we're going to see an engage here. And Dead looking for something, tries to get a stun to Rapid Penguin, does not find it. The Planet Cracker comes out and whiffs. Phoenix has to cancel. The APOC doesn't. Anyway, the Ring of Frost is down. Finds one root in the bag. ETC looks for a mosh in the middle. It's very much a zoning mosh. But Gazlo goes down, and the Ghost Death Mosh finds 3 people, but they're not able to follow up a whole lot because the Hunter. Finally, they find something. Phantom's going really low. Norian with a good kill, so it's a 3 for 2 in favor of Divine Nine. Not quite what they wanted. They do lose the Punisher, but it is a win, and so they're able to carry on here.
I'd actually think that Kentucky Murloc Chicken won that. I would say definitely. You know, you get the Punisher, which is huge, but look at this jabate by Jason. Just playing Ring Around the Rosie with the Punisher. They get this mid-fort, which is, you know, relieving a lot of pressure in the mid lane, and it's being stalled out fantastically here. This is just Sonya just tanking it. Just phenomenal.
Yeah, Jason with the shields on Jaina. I forget what that talent is called. Just allows her to sit here and do damage to the Immortal while also face tanking it. Judge Brett throws a shield out, and this Immortal's not even going to get a wall on the keep.
Absolutely phenomenal defense by the side of Divine Nine here.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, you can't push in with 2 members against 3, unfortunately. So it doesn't really pay out for them. And what I thought was a huge advantage for the side of Kentucky Murloc Chicken just gets absolutely countered by a fantastic defense. But double Shaman camps in the middle now, and that'll push out the mid lane, which is equally as, pushed out to your opponents now.
Yeah.
You're really going to want to get some pressure in the other lanes, because bottom lane is where the next Immortal is. Punisher. Yeah. And you just want to get some structure damage in. You know that your opponents are in mid lane right now. Yeah. And you can get some structure damage in the bottom, especially with Gazlo.
Yeah, here's what I think actually with the call I would have made. The camp up here is going to, in the top, is going to be up in like 4 seconds. You go over there, you hide in the jungle. If they try to push the fort, you push keep. If they try to come for their camp, you kill them in the bush. But they're going to go ahead and just head them face on here. Divine Nine being very confident in their team fight. Kentucky Murloc Chicken just hitting the road here.
Tucking their tails between their legs and running away.
Yeah,
definitely, it's a little bit of a passive play, but against that opposing team, that's what you do against in this situation. Definitely a very good play. And now you got Gul'dan wave clear, Phoenix hearthing as they see the potential push in the bottom lane. They are thirsty for a keep here.
Yeah, they're trying to make something happen here. They get onto this keep here. They realize they might have the superior team fight. They are pushing onto a keep, though. They're going to at least try and get this well here, which would be, you know, pretty decent. But the next Punisher is going bot, so it's a good lane for them to do. They are backing away, though, and the chase comes down. Diablo comes out. The face melt's there. The cleanse is there for ETC as well, but the chase goes on. Norian trying to find something. The Snarky Tiger forgets that they didn't get the 13 talent that lets you the spear pull, but they are going to make it out just fine.
The the mystical spear that is actually not a mystical spear. Oh, well then.
Yeah.
I actually would have liked to have seen Gul'dan, Brogine there, positioned extremely aggressively. I would have loved to have seen a Horrify there. A single Horrify changes that fight completely.
Yeah.
So
Kentucky Murloc Chicken feeling very timid right now for a game that's completely even right now.
Yeah, for sure. Other than a couple of structures here and there, well, just the top lane right now is this. I think this fight right here decides the game. 100% decides the game.
Well, we'll see what they do here. They are clearing up top. They could decide to just forego this entirely and start maybe pushing on this wall a little bit and force them back. I don't think that's the right call, but it's definitely an option. But they do, in fact, just clear up top and make their way down here.
All right, so Gazlo setting up. Doesn't really have the shrine clear that you would expect, but look at the big engage here from ETC, looking to try and stun out that Gazlo. Out comes the Ring of Frost, not going to land on anybody. Planet Cracker getting a couple of heroes there. Will be canceled here as Classico getting chased. Great leap there by the Sonya. Great disengage potentially coming out from the Stukov. Beautiful combo, however, from Kerrigan will secure that. Stukov, Gazlo, one auto attack away, will get picked off by Jason's Blizzard. However, Jason will fall, as well as Rhaegar and Gul'dan. We're looking at a potentially 5-man wipe here.
Yeah, this is really rough. They just had very little sustain. The Death APOC comes out. Noreen is going to be finished, and that is going to be a full team wipe. Diablo of Souls is going to be coming back, but they're going to get this Punisher for absolutely free with just ETC and Sonya left. I don't think Diablo's going to come in and try and contest this. So they do get, it was a very good fight, very even on both sides. You saw a lot of kills going down, but unfortunately, the Planet Cracker went right through Jano, who had the ice block. You didn't get any real value Horrifies out of that situation, and with ETC Deathmosh available to you, ETC positioned himself so that he was basically invulnerable. Nobody wanted to focus down ETC, and so they were able to make a lot happen.
Yeah, I was happy to see that Phoenix actually picked up the kill on the Kerrigan.
Yeah.
So, because Kerrigan has a lot of clear on these shrines, right? You have the cleaving autos, and you have Q resets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of clear on the shrine, and you kind of just leave Sonya. But I like their heads up play here. They're gonna let it kind of sink in, wait for everybody to respawn, rejoin. There's no way the opposing team's gonna get 32 by the time you get 1.
Yeah. Oh, they are going to try and completely zone them off here. They realize they're at this camp. The retreat ring's coming. Diablo looks for a Jaina, and is now backing out. Undead's in trouble. The lead comes out on the stun. But the Planet Cracker's there. The Horrify pushes him completely out of the Planet Cracker. Snarky Tiger, though, is looking very low. The swipe comes out, trying to push everybody out. But the APOC keeps everybody in place. The Ring of Frost, however, lands onto the Diablo. Diablo dies, but the Death APOC hits 3 people. But meanwhile, the Kerrigan destroying the Gazlo. Phoenix has to be up front, tries to get out with the warp. The warp isn't far enough. Norian's going to go, and Snarky Tiger's going to go out in the meantime, but Brogine trying to get that kill goes down. Well, that's going to be a 4-for-1, and that's going to be, I think, game going over to Divine 9.
Stukov most likely actually going to get this Punisher to jump on him if Kerrigan doesn't. Good combo coming up potentially, but they're going to finish off that kill. No combo needed, no Punisher needed. This Punisher is just going to help them take down the core. Just as much as I like Planet Cracker, didn't really pay out too well. They got a couple of kills from it, but core going to be easily taken down here with the Arcane Punisher. Yeah. Mosh being popped for the BM. Game number 1 going over to the side of Divine 9.
Yeah, an excellent job there. And you know what? I hate to say it, but Gazmo will misclick.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's possible. We will have to ask them if we do, in fact, get an interview with them, which we will do if there is a draw. However, Divine 9 taking game number 1, and that's going to remind me to update the score. But we are going over to Dragonshire next, which is the map pick for Kentucky Murloc Chickens. So let me get that game set up. Now, seeing those two teams battle out, what do you think we can expect from them on Dragonshire?
So we saw a very aggressive playstyle here from the side of Divine 9, right? You've got the Kerrigan combos and the ETC slides, just very combo oriented, very blow up damage, right? You got the Jaina in the back line. This is exactly what you're looking for. If they start drafting that again, I'd like to see maybe a more passive poke kind of build coming out. You need something that's going to be able to disengage, right? Maybe pick up the Garrosh right away, or Diva, maybe even. I don't think Diva's necessarily amazing, but zoning like explosions do just as good as like any other zoning ability. It prevents engagements, right? It's so hard to say. Positioning is going to be key on the side of Kentucky Murloc Chicken.
Yeah.
So here and there, it's very hard to tell. But Divine 9 looked real spicy there. And just the combos, man. I would have liked to have seen Grab Bomb. I think Grab Bomb totally changes the outcomes of 3 out of 4 fights there.
Yeah, absolutely. So rough game there for Kentucky Murloc Chicken. They almost pulled it out at the end. They did a very good job coming back down in the early game, and it really just come down to a couple late game fights in a row. But they kept it up for a very long time. So props to them. But it looks like both teams are in. I think I remember
something about Dragonshire is. I've heard things here and there about Dragonshire, that Dragonshire is the map that you take your opponents if you feel you are better than them.
Yes, I've heard the exact same thing.
So, this is a map where, the 4-1 rotation is very important, but more so important is the solo laner. The solo laner is huge in this map, right? Yeah. So, if you win that solo, you win top shrine.
Yeah, and it's one of the few maps, If you win top shrine, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
That's half the map.
Yeah, it's half the map. You theoretically win control of the Dragon Knight, right? So if you draft a good solo and a good 4-man, you win this game.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and given that they were willing to play a Gazelle in the previous map, I would not be above Kentucky Murloc Chicken doing Rexar here in order to keep that point control.
Oh boy, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. More spicy meats, diff B, please.
All right, we're going to get into the game here, and we're going to see what the bans look like on this map.
Globals are huge.
Yeah.
However, it's really Dahaka, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Fallen out of meta, though you've seen a couple of talent build changes come out in the form of Dahaka. Isolation is a good heroic, or the go-to, rather, I should say.
Yeah.
Hard to say what you want to ban. Like, I'd say, like, Maiev, Garrosh, either of the two main supports, still solid bans.
Yeah, absolutely. But they are going to go ahead and ban out the Diablo here. They did not like those APOCs there, and they don't want to see what a, maybe they realized that Gravabomb could have killed them, and they maybe don't want to see what the APOC can do on this map.
Yeah, I think Diablo gets a lot of benefits in the bottom in particular.
Yeah.
However, Garrosh is going to be banned.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and stick with the same ban as last time. Do you think we see the Maiev ban here again? Or, I mean, it wasn't a Maiev ban previously. What did they ban last time? It was
Malfurion.
Malf, yes. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised as well to see that, especially because they do have first pick.
Yeah. I think leaving both supports open is perfectly acceptable because you don't have to worry too much about it. They're hovering that Dahaka ban, so. We'll see. Now, highlighting Phoenix. I'm going to go with the Phoenix.
Okay. They're going to ban the Phoenix out. They don't want it this time. They felt probably Phoenix too powerful for them to deal with. And we're going to see what the priority here is for Divine 9. And seeing that this is Kentucky Murloc Chicken's map pick, I'm very interested to see what kind of plan they've got here with these first 2 picks.
Yeah, so Malfurion going to be the go-to pick here. Solid healer. Good in the 4-man, especially good in the 4-man. You're really looking for those team fights, and that's where Malfurion, new Malfurion, succeeds, right? So you're really looking for that value out of him in the 4-man rotation, trying to get those Qs off on a bunch of people, and then just the heal off the Moonfire, just pew, 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 just go in. Maiev here, plausible, yes.
Yeah.
100%. Ghoul Dance, also very good. 4-man rotation. You could prioritize your solo laner right now.
Yeah.
Blaze, fantastic solo laner. Good CC. Self-sustain, doesn't need anybody up in the top lane. Malthael, kind of the same thing. Sonya, definitely. Ton of people up there.
Yeah. If they're going for something crazy, though, they'll probably pick it last, saving that last pick for something super nuts. But we're going to see them come down to the timeout. They are going to grab the ETC first with the Garage Band. Garage sort of recognizes as a sort of ETC counter, somebody play into an ETC. So with him banned, ETC very safe, and they're able to grab him away from Divine 9.
I like the ETC pickup here. Stage Dive, I think, is probably going to be the go-to.
Yeah.
You deny the ETC Malfurion, like Roots and Stun.
Yep.
As well as, you know that they don't have Stukov. Hey, there you go. ETC is a perfect pickup here, I think. It's fantastic. And assuming they don't pick up Diablo here, I think that's what Murloc Chickens here ban.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic ban. And then I like Hanzo in general. Hanzo's just a really good hero.
Yeah.
Either one of your builds. Doesn't matter.
He can camp easily on this map. He's just a very good hero overall here. He can clear waves pretty quickly if he goes for a Q build. Greymane, again, I like, can get camps, and Li Ming here for the burst. Greymane and Li Ming, very potent combination.
Potentially some good resets, especially if you pick up Go for the Throat here. Hanzo, really good Go for the Throat target. Can get blown up, especially if he is unable to jump over a wall. Li Ming, good poke damage, especially if you're kind of positioned over by your well. And there's the Diablo ban, as I mentioned. But like if you're positioned kind of over by your wall and by your well, you can get some like good orbs or missiles in through the bottom. The bottom shrine capture point. So I'd like to see some good poke damage coming out of Li Ming. Camps from Greymane, just good solid hero pickup. Not too much to say. Just overall good heroes.
Uther. I guess it makes sense into the Li Ming. They're looking to blow up somebody here, and they are trying to prevent the holy cow, the divine mosh, from the Uther. So that does mean they get Stukov on their side if they so choose. Now, the Greymane Li Ming also, I think, dares them to pick people that are too squishy, like a Thrall or a Malfurion.
But they opt for Falstad. Now, Falstad did receive a couple of changes. This is most likely their solo laner, I would imagine, right? Yeah,
Falstad, that's how he's being played lately in HGC, if at all. Especially in this map, he can be a global, but, you know, if they do have him as a solo laner, he is in charge of that top shrine, but he can just sort of global around, turn things very quickly into a 4v4, into a 5v4, and dominate things there. But they will pick up Sonya as well.
So, kind of giving yourself the best of both worlds. And this honestly leads me to believe that Falstad's going to be in the 4-man, grabbing up Gathering Storm. Right? So, you're going to be looking for those pokes. Li Ming's going to be a hard target to hit, so is Malfurion. So, you're really just relying on having a beefy tank here. Muradin, really, I guess, kind of free stacks. You get regular Muradin, Air Muradin.
I feel like Diablo's still pretty good here.
Diablo's banned.
Oh, my God. Muradin has a pretty low win rate in NGS at the moment. Johanna, not a bad idea, though. It
blinds.
I think it lowers your possibility of engage, but you know, that depends on who.
Shield's still good.
Oh, Blessed Shield's fantastic, but unfortunately it's a heroic, and it's the only thing she has. So typically it's like, you know, once you don't have that, you sort of have to run. And Alarak Varian, whoa!
Okay, so let's talk about this a little here. Varian solo tank is viable because Taunt is at level 4. But technically, it's an overall health nerf. If I'm not mistaken. On Varian, so I don't like Varian solo tank, honestly. I just don't like it. Alarak in the solo lane, he does better in the 4-man. So do you shove Greymane top now?
Yeah, I mean, Greymane's a possibility. They don't have anybody super strong in the solo lane. Sonya's pretty good, and she can definitely hold a point. She can probably win against, I think, most of these heroes, but
all of these heroes.
100%. I think against Greymane, she might have a little bit tough of a time. I mean, she's going to probably be able to hold the point. Greymane won't be able to clear as fast. And there's Lily for...
Stukov's still available. Why? Blinds?
Are they that worried about the Greymane and the Alarak? I feel like... I don't know where the majority of Alarak's power pie lies. Is it in his auto attacks or is it in his combo?
Abilities.
Yeah,
Abilities.
it's a combo based hero. So
it's definitely combos. Yeah, you can chunk some people down if you get the stackings. Like if you get those stacks at 4, if you pick up the Q stack quest, you just chunk people down. It's absolutely ridiculous the amount of damage that you can do. Lily is going to get punished by that. Hanzo is going to get punished by that. Falstad, if you don't get some good timing on the dash, going to get punished by that. ETC's Mosh Pit, interrupted. Like,
yeah, if you're looking for a cleanse hero, it's got to be Rhaegar. Lily, you've got Alarak and Li Ming, and you have Go for the Throat, which is a ton of burst on the side of Divine Nine. And into a Lily, that's going to be really rough. And you expect somebody... I mean, Stukov, I guess, really kind of has the same problem. ETC and Sonya have a decent amount of wave of self-sustain, but if they got the Garrosh, the Lily would make more sense, but with the ETC, I think it's kind of rough.
I don't know. Yeah. The reason why I don't like Lily is because you don't have targeted heals, but that's just me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that too, obviously. She can be tough to deal with. I mean, she does work in NGC, but NGS, rather. Excuse me, HGC. My goodness. All right, anyways, in the blue side, we've got Divine Nine with Rabid Pangan on the Varian, Phantoms on the Alarak, Judge Bread on the Malfurion, Jason on that, Jaina on the Li Ming, excuse me, and Snarky Tiger on the Greymane.
All right, and then over on the right-hand side, in the red, is going to be Kentucky Murloc Chicken. We have Goku on that, Lily Norian going to be playing the Falstad, Undead 752 on that ETC, Brogene on the Hanzo, and the solo laner will be once again Classicoso on that Sonya.
All right, we do have the Alarak in the solo lane, which we have to see how that goes. I think if Alarak doesn't win that, I think it's a waste.
We'll see. I'm curious to see how it goes, really.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, hey, prove me wrong. Absolutely. I mean, these, I'm just a dumb caster. I'm sure these teams have a good idea of what they're doing.
They have the sustaining power in the form of E. On that level 1 talent coming out from Alarak, so that's something. Some good self-sustain. That'll benefit them. But other than that, I don't know. Li Ming getting so much poke damage in that bottom right now, though. Yeah,
it looks like they're really trying to double down on the Lily here. Li Ming going for Power Hungry, which I actually would have expected her to anyway, seeing there's not a whole lot of ability damage on the side of Kentucky Murloc Chicken. But Lion's Maw here being picked up for Varian, relatively unusual, I think, talent.
I actually don't know too many of the level 1 talents other than, what is it, Parry? Like... Lion's Maw I think is fine, but it's really damage oriented, right?
Yeah.
So
it is. He gets a... Oh no, it's just it just increases its damage and will increase the slow after it gets the quest. Hanzo going for Q build, as we were talking about. Lily going for Wind Serpent at 1. And I'm not sure what the local Lily builds are, but they are going to go for an invade here. Snarky Tiger jumps in, just gets right on the camp. They zone ETC out with the root, and they steal his camp, lickety split, and make it out. And Brogene takes half his health from a Gleaming Orb to the face.
Yeah, that's a ton of value already for the side of Divine Nine. Very aggressive play, very aggressive shot calling. They pick up double siege camps and 0 value for the side of Kentucky Murloc Chicken.
All right, they're going to see Alarak versus this Sonya. Alarak running out of mana at this point. Oh, Falstad died bot down here. The Giants...
Falstad got rooted and then obliterated by Greymane Li Ming.
Yeah, Jason just on point with those orbs, and Snarky Tiger really pushing the envelope here with the Greymane. Gets into that bush. Might is the thing about going up top here against the Sonya. And Classical realizes this, and she is out of there. Sonya says, I'm taking a hike. They get onto this point, and Dragon is going to be threatened here.
They're going to be looking to try and just defend middle now. Really, that's all you want to do, is just defend middle, poke down whoever's trying to cap it. It's going to be very difficult, especially if Varian is defending it extremely well. Li Ming dies for the shrine, but secures the cap.
All right, the Dragon Knight picked up here. Just going to get some tower damage here. They do get the kill. It's going to give them a little bit of XP, but they are going to get the Dragon advantage here. The taunt finally comes out from the variant onto the ETC. The root follow-up doesn't quite get anybody, and the Dragon's going to say, all right, we got one tower. I'm moving up top here.
Yeah, I think maybe top is a mistake.
Okay.
You know, top is the worst lane to push on this map. You really just want to leave that to the solo laner. However, I guess the solo laner is the Alarak, so is he maybe trying to relieve a little bit of pressure for themselves? I think bottom is the lane to go. There's 3 siege camps in bottom lane.
Yeah.
That is your lane. That is the go-to lane, 110% of the time.
Yeah, so Dragon used up here. Dragon maybe trying to find a kick onto the Sonya here, but Classico smartly backs up away so she can't get kicked into the booth. And Alarak's going to back up and use up the Dragon right there. Volstead, Norian just rocking Li Ming's world down here. Like, that was such... Like, I am not even expecting these Li Ming kills down here. So Norian with the amazing 1v1 there that unfortunately I was not able to show you.
Caster, get good.
I know. We got the boomerang here being picked up for the Volstead. This is a pretty typical build. Hammer gains, Seasoned Marksman, and boomerang. Alarak, though, getting really into the Sonya's face.
Just kind of playing it safe. Camps are going to be up very shortly. You're really just kind of looking for some value in the form of camps again. Maybe another invade. Do they dare go for the invade? I'd like to see it. Taking a look at some talents, we have Boomerang, pretty standard. Poison Spear, standard. We have full Q build coming out, including the spell power.
Wow.
In the form of the Dragon Hungers. Good defense here from ETC because they don't have the the camp clear potential, and Varian is diving quite hard. Doesn't have that full protect just yet. Down goes ETC, however. Good route onto the point. Varian's gonna fall as well. Li Ming just getting melted from the damage. And Hanzo's damage is just gonna start chunking people there. It's a lot of damage. It's a 4-second cooldown, like 300, 400 damage. It's crazy.
That what you just saw there was just 2 people just standing toe-to-toe, just punching each other in the face repeatedly. ETC sort of steps up and dies. Varian tries to take as much damage as they can. They both go down. Everybody trades out evenly. The rest of them walk away with all of their health. But you saw that Varian did not care about the ETC. He just waltzed right past him and into that camp.
Not at all. Not giving 2 hoots. Just walking directly through the entire team. Just treats ETC as another cow in the field and makes their way onto the capture point, and then ends up actually getting the cap.
Big taunt onto the Volstead, and I caught it this time.
Feels good, man.
But 10's out for both teams now as the Volstead goes down. It gives Divine Nine a little bit of experience, but a definite advantage onto the shrine here. Volstead's going to be 10 seconds before he can come back, but he can. I do believe he has fly. I can't click on him, unfortunately. Thanks, Blizz. But they're going to go ahead and get this wall, push these people on here, and the Dragon being threatened. Sonya can't even get on this point, and Goku's going to have to stay mid.
Okay, sorry. Volstead was holding in the heroic here.
Yeah.
It will be Hinterland Blast, and I was like, yes, does Nordian go for the meme beams again?
Yeah.
Yes, we do pick up that, but partnered with Leap, Dragon's Arrow, and Mosh Pit, phenomenal. It'll be great.
That's going to be rough. Norian does go for the thing. They do get that camp. They are going to step onto this point here, and we're going to see how this 4v3 works out. ETC starts running out, but Goku, Lily taking a ton of damage, and that's another thing about being Lily. If you get low, all you can do is heal yourself.
Hold Q. Hope it hits you.
Yep.
That's Lily's new motto now, but just absolutely dominating performance here from Divine Nine. Do we have a potential Mosh? ETC will just use that W pushback, which talents I always forget.
Yeah, Alarak's disappeared off the map, and Undead thought twice about going in for the big taunts, but there's the taunt onto the ETC. The root ETC dodges, walks around the yard. The Broccoli's going to harass him, but you know, it's Broccoli.
Huge cleanse there by Goku, by the way. Absolutely denies the combo of Alarak because he cleansed the pull and cleansed the taunt.
Oh, wow.
Just ended up working out really well there. So really good cleanse there by the Lily. However, the taunt and the blow-up potential, out comes the meme beam from Norian, getting a little bit of damage onto the Gray main, taking him halfway down, but unfortunately gonna lose that ETC, and bottom shrine still being held by Divine 9.
That was very quick. I was very much thinking, like, was there an ETC there? I can't quite remember. Alaric is also going to push Sonya off top here. Sonya's going to tap us. I think she's going to come back, and they may do it out here. At the same time, they start pushing out of that fort. Oh, they're just 1v1 each other. Sonya's taking a ton of damage from the Alaric combo. They do push the rest of the team off of the fort there. But Alaric not finding any leeway onto this point, just trying to poke Sonya down with those combos, and she eventually decides to run back, does get the spear on him, but the unstoppable comes out. There's the 1v1 here. Good. Classico spinning the window, leap goes down onto the Alaric Phantoms, has to push himself out, and Classico will own that point, trying to look for the kill. Gets the silence, Alaric turns around, he might get the turnaround here, and man, epic 1v1 up top as the rest of the team, not the rest of the team, Granny finally rotates up, maybe finds a kill on the Classico, can't, the
value cursed bullet.
I know it was a Lily Hill, but it really looked like Cursed Bullet gave him health. Meanwhile, I missed an ETC kill. I was laughing so much. Excellent 3-man here. ETC probably stepped up a little bit too far as the taunt Li Ming damages too much. Phantom's zoning out is going to go ahead and grab this. The minions say otherwise. Broccoli will dissuade the minions from bothering Phantoms anymore, and the Dragon Knight belongs to Divine 9.
Oh my god. The Cursed Bullet. For those of you that don't know, it doesn't actually do a total percentage base. It's just the current. It's the percentage of the current health.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of people just kind of pop Cursed Bullet hoping it's going to do a chunk, but yeah, the Lily heal actually healed up the solo lane there, but Sonya walking into the wrong part of town, forcing the Jugs to come out. The kick is down, not going to hit the Lily and interrupt it. We'll be able to top up some of the members of the team. They're looking a lot better than they were briefly beforehand, but Dragon Knight is going to be forced out of mid here.
Yeah, rough pathing by Sonya there, forced out cleanse and cups, and that's going to really neuter the defense here. 26 seconds left in this Dragon Knight. They're probably going to get fort here. That's going to give them 2 forts total. This Dragon Knight so sort of punching us away, and I think that might be all that they can get. Sonya up top of the taunt onto the ETC, the follow-up. The Cursed Bullet is there, but Undead's going to be able to slide out and be just fine.
We could potentially see a Hinterland Blast come out here because they were all lined up. It's a free Hinterland Blast if you hit everybody.
Yep.
Right? So it's just damage. If you think you can hit 5, go for it.
Yep.
However, that's not going to be the case. Norian clearing out the bottom lane. He did opt to go for the Seasoned Marksman stacks. And unfortunately, Hanzo just really lacking on the Q stacks. You really have to be proactive about that. You really have to kind of, get that quest done because you want to be able to hit everybody at least once, right? And you can't see that quest completion, right?
Yeah, I wish they would show us who the heroes were that he hasn't hit so we could pay attention if he hits them. However, I will give a big shout out to Bahamut Gaming hosting us from up to 29 viewers. Thank you so much for the host. Welcome everybody watching NGS, and keep it in the family here. And if you're just joining us, we have Divine 9 versus Kentucky Murloc. Chicken Divine 9 up 1-0. This is the second game on Dragonshire, and that's an exciting one. That big pull onto Sonya though. We get the taunt on Sonya, the cleanse comes out, but it's too late. Sonya comes down the mosh pit, immediately interrupted. The Hinterland's Blast completely whiffs, and they're going to have to back out of here.
Yeah, just great combo by Alaric. Once again, there it is, the blow-up potential. Down goes Falstad. Sonya falling slightly earlier. This is a time to take some camps, apply some pressure. Top lane is kind of sort of pushing out, but I'd love to see some turrets fall in the mid or bottom lane.
Yep, absolutely. ETC keeping guard here, making sure that he knows where everybody's at in this lane for now. These camp just sort of having a little party up here. Hanzo's going to come up top here and clear this, but they are going to push 5 men onto this bottom wall here and probably get the wall and see what more they can grab here with their 16 advantage. Now,
there is no gust, so keep that in mind. You do not have a disengage. You're really going full damage here with Hinterland Blast, and the charge goes out from Varian, a little bit of a slide there on the wall. But with four siege camps, you're definitely getting this wall. I'd love to see them get the keep here.
Yeah.
But who knows? Great cleanse again by Lele.
Yeah, but that cleanse is used up. Now the rest of the team finally rotating down. They're done trying to get 16. They're just going to try and defend this keep, make sure that they don't get it. But 4 giants pushing on their cups immediately pop. They're going to try to engage in this, but ETC gets silenced immediately. The taunt comes out, and he's down. No cleanse available for Goku. In fact, Yeah, 15 more seconds before Clem was even up there. Jason trying to get some more damage, getting a little chunked up herself. The hammering tries to get the kill, but they're just pushing onto this keep, getting a ton of damage onto it.
Yeah, there's 2 siege camps still remaining. It's going to be poking down that keep. This is going to be catapults now in that bottom lane.
Yep.
And we talked about top lane being really important, but this 4-man is just doing work. And, like, I commented on the draft of Divine 9 a little bit earlier. I'm not a fan of the solo variant. However, it is just doing some work right now. The taunts have been on point. The follow-up damage of Li Ming just to blow it up. And then the combos of Alarak just, pew, poking people down, just obliterating them.
Yeah, Varian halfway through his quest for the Lion's Mane, maybe not a little more than halfway through, but Phantom's in trouble here as Falstad Goku's at the unstoppable keep surviving. He dodges the Hinterlands Blast, but Sonya's going to confirm that kill with the Poison Spear. But Jason's it's not over yet. Gets a big orb onto Sonya, but Sonya leaps out, and that's going to be a huge kill. However, Kazo tries to dodge down, but Varian is there, finds the Hanzo, gets the kill, and that's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, and unfortunate pathing again, right? It's one of those things. I didn't see if he tried to leap over the wall as a defense, try to get away, but unfortunately the taunt too strong. Li Ming combo just absolutely blowing them up, and just not really paying out too well for Hanzo. Yep. Trading 1-for-1, they are down 2 levels, but this is where they're looking for fights now, right? You're before 20 on even talent tiers. This is where the quote-unquote comeback mechanic comes in.
ETC, wow, the cleanse has to be used. Varian's going to back up, and they do have to back up towards the Falstad. Falstad does have fly up, so he can sit here and clear this lane if they want, and I'm surprised nobody has rotated top to grab the shrine there, and they're going to go ahead and get a DK out of this unless they can stop it. This is going to force a fight. It's the 1816. ETC way out in front, gets a bunch of damage, but not a whole lot. That's a DK going over to them, and Norian way out in front trying to make something happen goes down. The Cup's not going to help him at all, and that's going to be a kill as the Dragon pushes onto their mid wall.
Falstad 0 to 100, or 100 to 0 rather, real fast. Yeah. Just the damage of Alarak, just a huge counter strike onto ETC in combination with the Li Ming damage. Will he be able to get this kill? It doesn't look like it. Oh, 37 health. The great leap. Down goes the Lili. And now Classico has put themselves into a difficult spot. Using that Mystical Spear to get away. Will be able to survive. Yep. But this is a full health Dragon Knight. Still sitting at 45 seconds. This is definitely a dead core in game number 2. Mosh Pit. Canceled.
A little bit of a canceled mosh, but the memes are fake news as Divine 9 cakes game number 2 here against a Hinterlands Blast Falstad, and they go on to take the win and the domination, get themselves 3 points on the scoreboard. Yeah,
very good games by Divine 9. They fought their team fights when they had to. They had the target call-outs on point, right? This is really where it comes down to. Jason absolutely cleaning up in kills, getting 9 of the 11. But Alarak damage just massive, just doing work. You can see them getting chunked out. And if we look at these damage numbers, it's crazy. Like 49k in comparison to the next highest of 33, and then Falstad just the top of the tip for the side of Kentucky Murloc Chicken, just not helping. Yeah,
he was using his combo almost as poke. I know he just got a ton of free damage against that Sonya, and there's some really killer counter strikes there in the 4-man. And we are going to be joined here by Jason, who is in the channel already. Jason, how are you feeling after that win?
I am pumped. This is our first match of the season, and we couldn't have asked for a better start right here.
I gotta say, so were you guys happy to beat the memes, as it were?
Yeah, I think we were planning on going. We were kind of planning on doing the comps that we were running, more or less, unless something just really went sideways in the draft. And,
right.
And I don't want to reveal too much about everything, but I know that as soon as we saw Gazlo, we knew we wanted to go in hard. We know that in order to counter the Gazlo on those shrines, you have to be able to hard engage him. And in general, I felt like we performed pretty well in the shrines, but then there was a lot of counter engage. It got a little scrappy at the end of that match, But overall, we felt pretty happy with the performance of both games.
Excellent. I got a big shout out to Sony, who just destroyed that Gazlo in the solo lane. In fact, somebody in my chat claims the Gazlo beat Sony in the lane, so excellent job there by Snarky Tiger. And I want to give you a shout out for some of those Ring of Frost there. They saved fights that looked pretty dire at times.
Yeah, it was kind of difficult because the Apocs were really solid at zoning, so I was kind of looking for the Kerrigan combo to put it down on, kind of looking for the Mosh to follow it up, and sometimes in those team fights it would just get kind of weird. So I'd just be like, okay, well, I want it to affect the team fights still, and so if I see a little CC with a slide here or something to try and, or somebody that's filing out into an obvious chokehold, rings are kind of tricky, like that.
They can be, for sure.
Yeah.
I do have a question about the draft there. You went for the Rhaegar. Malfurion and Stukov were taken or banned, and you go for the Rhaegar there. What's the thought behind the Rhaegar as opposed to like an Alex Straza here?
Yeah, that was a discussion. We had thought about the Alex Straza. We decided to go with the Rhaegar just purely. I think it was as much a trying to help Kerrigan as anything else, but it was a tough decision. We do like Judge on Rhaegar. He's been an amazing support for us, swapping from solo lane last season, being super flexible.
Yeah.
So I want to give him a shout out for kind of opening up the door for me to be able to do something I enjoy a little bit more than supporting, which is playing damage.
That's where I was going to come in and ask about this. Yeah.
Styxa, you got any questions about this game?
I was only going to ask about the positional swaps. Like, I know Jason was a support. So are we looking forward to some more Mage Jason games in the future?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. That's definitely what I've enjoyed playing. It was my original role way back when, but I kind of found that I was good at supporting, and so I kind of did that for the better part of a year and a half in competitive play. But I've gotten kind of tired of it. You can only
definitely
for so long.
You can't play mom forever, right?
Right. And so going to damage has been a really fun swap for me, and I'm hoping that we can continue to do it. But it's kind of nice. We're very flexible as a team. A lot of different people play a lot of different roles. We see Snarky play the solo lane first game, but then swap to the gray main because we felt like Alarak was a little bit better in the solo. But I'm happy with the way that the team can be mobile like that.
Yeah, that's actually my next question. Going into the Dragonshire game, you drafted the Alarak variant as your last pick there, and you decided to put Alarak in the solo lane there. What's your thought as far as Alarak in the solo lane versus him in the 4-man?
Yeah, that was another debate very early because we knew that Greymane could also function in the solo lane, but what we decided was that Greymane was better at taking camps than Alarak and was going to be able to do those quicker. And Alarak could do about the same job against Sonya. So we decided to go with Greymane's strengths, particularly, especially with the blow-up for the variant follow-up.
And I guess
definitely worked.
Yeah, Phantom's is really solid at these combo-based melee heroes. He's doing a very good job on that.
Yeah, he's definitely what I would consider our best player. He is very solid in terms of game knowledge, and in micro, he's just fantastic. So he was a very good pickup for us in the off season. And I also want to give a shout out to Joker, who's one of our subs, who had kind of come in at the beginning of the season. We ended up changing up the roles right at the end. So I'm really thankful that he's willing to be flexible, and we're going to be looking to get him in on some games this season for sure too.
Awesome, very cool. And the last question I have as far as this is, Maiev wasn't picked up or I don't think even considered by you in either game. Is just do you think Maiev isn't that strong? Are you saving her for another time? So what's your thoughts on Maiev at the moment?
I think Maiev is incredibly strong. It is something that we can play. I don't want to give out too much, but I mean,
fair.
Yeah, that's anything you could find in hot slogs. So I don't feel like I'm giving away state secrets. But we recently put Rabid Penguin on putting together our comps, and he came up with both the ideas for these based on what we had practiced the first couple of weeks that we were together. So. Huge shout out to him. He came up with 2 amazing comps for us to run tonight, and it was the most fun I've had playing the game in a while. So I'm really enjoying what he's putting together, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some Maiev, but that's kind of up to him. That's his playbook. Awesome.
That's awesome to hear. Styxa, you got any questions?
No, man, I'm all questioned out.
Okay, very cool. My last question then would be Varian solo tank. What was it about the composition of Kentucky Murloc Chicken that you thought allowed you to go into the Varian?
In general, I think it worked well because the tankiest player on their team was ETC. He's not a tank that does very well against concentrated focus damage. Mm-hmm. Especially when he's taunted and can't use an ability to bring up his armor. So I think that's why it worked out well. But to say that we went in, thinking we're going to wait to see would be wrong. We went in with Varian main, Gray main from the start. That was our plan all along. Wahaha. But, Varian isn't super highly contested. And so, we waited on it, but we'll see. It's the kind of thing where now that the cat's out of the bag, you kind of have to draft it together, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that is all the questions I have for you on that. You got any shout-outs for Twitch?
Absolutely. So shout out to Twitch chat, of course, because why wouldn't I shout out to them? And then just my team. It's been really fun these first few weeks. We got another match tomorrow night that we're looking forward to playing. That is uncasted, by the way, if anybody wants to pick it up. But just really happy with what we're seeing so far in this team. I'm really excited to see how far we can go. And so shout out to everybody on the team and all the subs and that have been stepping in and helping us practice throughout the week when we don't have all of our normal 5. And shout outs to you guys. Thanks for casting.
Yeah, man, anytime.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. We had a lot of fun doing it here, and since I am in B West, I can't wait to face you guys later on in the season.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Sure. Scouting already.
Well, that's what you do when you're a caster, a little bit.
Well, you'll feel free to cast any of our games as well. So thank you so much for joining us, Jason, and congratulations on your domination over Kentucky Murloc Chicken.
Thank you very much, guys.
Okay. Any other thoughts there, Styx? That was exciting.
Yeah, it was some pretty good games. I like the blow up comp. Mm-hmm. That's really what the Varian Ming is for. Then the Gray Ming kind of like securing the kills if you don't get them with Ming. I think they played it very well. I loved the meme beams coming out from Norian.
Yeah.
Very excited to see those. I think game 1 is completely different if Gazlo picks up Graph Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
like it's so hard to tell, right?
Yeah.
Do you pick up the single target damage for the Punisher, or do you pick up the team fight? And I think if they picked up the team fight, they might have won that game.
Yeah, that's very true. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for us here tonight. If you don't know Nexus Gaming Series, check out nexusgamingseries.com. It's an amateur league. We've got a round-robin season followed by a tournament. And we've got 110 teams this season, which is huge. We've got 9 divisions. You can follow me at GhostDunk on Twitch, twitch.tv/GhostDunk if you're seeing this on YouTube. Otherwise, just hit the follow button. I will be casting NGS all season. And Styxa, where can people find you?
So you guys can find me at twitch.tv/Styxa or on Twitter at StyxaYT. That's pretty much where it is. If you guys want me to cast a game, or if you want me to co-cast with GhostDunk again, hit me up on the Discord chat. I'm there always. Mm-hmm. I like to kind of schedule my games for the casting and stuff like that. So I want to bring on GhostDunk. I think we had a blast today, and I'd love to see some more games like this, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh god, yeah, this is amazing. some meat. We got some memes. We got some solid play. Everything in between, and some good maps. So very excited to do it. So. Once again, to recap, we've got Divine 9 going up 2-0 over Kentucky Murloc Chicken. My co-caster has been Styxa. And I've been GhostDunk. Thank you guys so much for watching. Looking at NGS, I can't throw you over to anybody, but in just 12 minutes, I want you to check out Weenus and the Great Hari, who is over at twitch.tv/moistweenus. I will be putting the link in there because that's a very difficult thing to figure out and a crazy, crazy name. But Great Hari co-casted with me earlier tonight, and he did a phenomenal job, and I can't wait to see Weenus run the ropes there. I got, actually, the intro video that I showed you actually came from Moist Weenus himself, so make sure to check that out. And that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.
Have a good night, guys.